The old Baraboo Inn is over 150 years old and one of the most haunted places in the state of Wisconsin. The building was abandoned from 1988 to 2002, 14 years total, and when they reopened, they were surprised by the ghost of a man in the basement. A paranormal investigator named Sarah stands at the top of the steps to communicate with the ghost in the basement. Soon, paranormal activity is setting off, both their music box and motion detecting equipment. It seems a phantom figure has come to haunt them all. Soon after, they are trying to figure out more mysterious things. Captured on video is something strange standing in front of the speakers. A ghostly figure appears to have climbed out of the dark basement to dance in front of the large speakers.
That's definitely not picking up on the speaker.
Something's there? Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a figure there.
You got a good one.
We got 2 pieces of solid evidence right now.
Creepy things continue when the ghost is later caught hiding in the basement. As it turns out, this basement has a dark secret I've never before told you. Down here was the spot for a man who would wrap his hands around innocent women's necks. Someone too dangerous for this world who did not live for long, because he caused others great suffering whenever he found the chance, and now the ghost has its sightings set on them. One of the ghost hunters is too busy paying attention to his paranormal meter to notice Sarah can no longer breathe. Check out these strange and mysterious unexplained moments caught on camera for yourself.
Mind if I do a flash? You okay, Sarah?
Okay.
Okay, come on. This is not cool. You want to get out to it?
Sarah is overwhelmed with fear and is blacked out at this point.
Battery's running low on there.
Later, she reports feeling 2 hands wrap around her neck and tightly squeeze, much like the man who haunts this restaurant is said to do. She is escorted out of the haunted building by 2 other investigators who are trying not to panic. It seems the spirit has made its point, and the remaining ghost hunters don't stay to see what devious paranormal activity it has planned for them next. This investigation, which I think looks real, is now over. You might want to avoid this forest because it's apparently home to BrainHungry Zombies, published by Addie Ant in October of 2021. A man appears completely lost in the thick foliage of a forest at night. As he's walking, a terrifying noise is heard. He continues, periodically calling out to whatever awaits him in the dense trees.
Hello? Nang? Oi! Nang, sorry!
That's when he sees this.
Hey!
Something lying in the dirt crawls out, obviously to feast upon his brains. The man turns around and races out of the forest in fear. At one point, he is knocked to the ground. He looks around, whimpering in the darkness, but doesn't see anything around him. Did the zombie give up, or is he on the verge of an ambush? As this YouTuber zeroes in on the school, you can see the damage this recent fire caused. Windows are busted out, cinder blocks are strewn all over, black fumes continue to billow from the rooftop. And when the YouTuber rounds the school, you can see the building is still on fire. Ironically, the school sign at the front reads, "Thanks for the memories." This fire occurred at General William Harrison Preparatory School in Lake City, Washington in January of 2016. It had just been announced that the school would be demolished. Still, firefighters couldn't let the flames ravage the place. They were called to put out the blaze, which they set out to do. Stationed around the building, they were ordered to take the fire down from the outside, and it wasn't worth the risk to send any of the crew in due to the building's upcoming demolition. The fire continued as a controlled burn around noon on Monday, 13 hours after the fire was first reported, with firefighters monitoring the situation. West Pierce Fire and Rescue Battalion Chief Pat McNeely said that the fire originated at the east side of the school and spread throughout the whole building, gutting it completely. Who started the fire hasn't been solved, but the YouTuber does claim that one of the firefighters told him that this was not an intentional fire. This couple chose flight when aggressive paranormal activity sent them running for their lives. Posted by LaChina Nicole in February of 2022. The security camera footage from this haunted night is next level. At first, all is well. A woman is brushing her hair in the mirror while chatting with her partner, who is in the adjacent bedroom. But once they both get into bed and are watching TV, their peaceful night turns for the worse. First, the sheet on their bed flies off of them toward the bathroom. When the man gets up to check it out, he is pushed backward and falls against the wall. The woman is pushed back too, and they quickly flee the room. That's when the curtain on the window brushes open, after which the mirror on the wall moves. The wardrobe's doors fling open, and the bedroom door does as well, nearly simultaneously. On another camera, the couple is seen coming down the stairs when a picture frame flies off the wall. A chair next to them is also thrown to the ground as they struggle to find the key to open the door. As the TV falls off its stand and the cupboards in the kitchen fling open, the man finally gets the door open and lifts his pregnant wife from the floor. After the couple finally escapes, a pillow flies off the couch and up into the air. Could you stand your ground against this outrageous poltergeist? Neither could I. Oftentimes, we see movements out of the corner of our eye, and we think we're imagining things. What if we aren't? Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Kid Blast Double. This clip got Redditors up in arms. The video shows someone entering their backyard with their dog, but check out the fence beyond. A shadow figure can clearly be seen fleeting across the yard. It arrives behind the tree and doesn't move beyond. Apart from slightly peeking from around the tree, which can be seen on the close-up of the clip. The top comment was from Redditor Dads for Sons, who said he'd watched the clip on repeat 1,000,000 times, and his first reaction was, "Whoa, the slow-mo gives him the chills," he says. In response, Redditor Paul VS88 points out that the OP, Big Pappy Thunder, said, "Honestly didn't think anyone would get it, or that it would somehow get nearly 7,000 upvotes, but here we are. Figured I'd bamboozle maybe 5 people, then take it down for a laugh." Redditors with a sense of humor had a laugh about it. Tactius Kilgore writes, "The shadow people have him and are in control of his Reddit account." There was one oddity in the video that was unedited, however, the thing peeking, but Thunder thinks that it was more likely a light from far away or from the yard behind than the shadow ghost that he'd edited into the footage. Still, this video will likely have you second guessing the next thing you see out of the corner of your eye. YouTubers The Proper People published this exploration of an abandoned psychiatric hospital in April of this year, 2018. The psych hospital was built in the 1800s for poor folks who couldn't afford healthcare and has been abandoned for more than 2 decades. The place certainly looks old. Whole pieces of wallpaper are chipping from the walls. Below the hospital are tunnels connecting to the surrounding buildings. The crew didn't enter the tunnels because, unlike the psychiatric hospital, those buildings are still in use, but they did come upon a fallout shelter. Many of the rooms they come across are empty, some are locked, making the crew and their viewers curious about what's inside. But perhaps the most curious rooms are those with piles of the psych's hospital supplies and equipment. Chairs, tables, walkers, buckets, mattresses, all thrown together in one place. They even encounter an old green tub with an adjacent seat used to lift disabled patients in for bathing. And further on, they arrive at half of an elevator car. For some reason, there's something so unsettling about an open elevator shaft and an elevator not where it's supposed to be, Michael says. It gives you a bad feeling. Well, Michael, this whole place gives us a bad feeling, so I'm going to stay as far away from that hospital as possible. YouTuber Deal My D often goes diving and posts his findings on YouTube, but this one prompted him to call the police. The channel's uploader, Jake from Columbus, Georgia, posted the video on December 29th, 2016. When Jake dives the Columbus rivers, he usually discovers a treasure trove of sunglasses, fishing gear, and cameras. Once he even found an iPhone which was still operating, and he attempted to return it to its owner. But this day, he would discover something more. The seemingly innocent dive turned up a possible murder weapon, a pistol, which he deemed a one-of-a-kind find, and almost as cool as finding a GoPro. He also said it was most definitely a murder weapon, and wondered if he should turn it into the police. Of course he should, and he did. When the police arrived, Jake gave them the gun. The officer said, "I know for sure we won't be able to get any fingerprints off the gun, but we'll take it back, try and run the serial number, and find out if it's stolen or anything like that." Jake admitted that he would have rather kept the gun because it was a special find in the river. But in the end, the police would probably get more use out of it, especially if it had been involved in a crime. Who knew diving might help solve a murder mystery? The Danimator's channel captures an eerie pair of glowing white eyes peering down from high above. The Danimator says that he suspects this could be a raccoon, and I think it might be an owl. But one thing that's weird is how the eyes briefly change from white to orange, from 23 seconds to 32 seconds. Maybe I'm wrong, but even animal eyes shouldn't be able to do that. Animal or not, this strange creature is definitely not what you'd want to see perched outside of your house in the middle of the night. I really wish he was able to shine the camera light on the creature to reveal its true form, but I guess he was either too scared or excited to do that at the time. Oh well, there's always next time. YouTuber Renoa Super Genius has something random to share. A random secret door hidden in a closet. She says that this door leads to the crawl space under the house, and nice cool air always flows from the crack in the door. Since it's getting a bit hot in the house, and with no airflow, the YouTuber decides to open the crawl space door, not only to cool the room, but to inspect, or mine as she puts it, the underground. After prying the crawl space up with a screwdriver, the YouTuber spans the area with a camera, and viewers see a whole lot of dirt, wires, and the structural foundation of the home. Not an unusual discovery below deck. When she descends down under, the YouTuber finds cables that don't connect to anything. As the exploration underground continues, she finds an old penny from 1951. One YouTuber in the comments, Kiji Who, notes, "Don't they put pennies in places like this to ward off evil spirits?" In fact, it's true that some superstitious beliefs suggest that copper protects homes from evil spirits and the evil eye. Copper is also believed by some to draw good fortune, which is one possible reason why this YouTuber found a penny beneath the home. While crawl spaces beneath homes are not uncommon, most don't go exploring them, so you can imagine what secrets might be hidden under so many homes across the world. Thank you so much for getting me to 30,000 subscribers here on my Clips channel. If you want to support, please press that subscribe button. Let's get to 40,000 subscribers next. Thank you.